Alright, what's up guys, it's K-Central here. How you guys doing today? What's up? I'm back with another Kingdom Hearts Sora and Smash Brothers discussion video for you guys today. I love making these videos, man, talking about this because, you know, it's such an awesome thing to talk about. It's a big possibility too now since everyone's kind of wanting this and stuff like that, and I'm going to be kind of talking about that in this video, the possibility of him and the legal issues behind it and stuff like that, and what it could mean for Sora being in Smash Brothers. So yeah, let's get into it. So yeah, Sora for Smash. It's something that's been getting a lot of momentum recently that I've been noticing, at least. If you've been on Twitter, YouTube, Reddit, anything like that, you know that a lot of people are starting to talk about this now. A lot of people are really wanting it. Of course, Kingdom Hearts fans really want it since we're the big fans of that. And a lot of Smash Brothers fans are really wanting it too because they see the potential in him as a fighter. A lot of polls are putting him at the top of the most wanted characters list. I think a big fan account for Smash Brothers did a poll, Sora came out on top. So it's obviously something everyone wants at this point. And you know, why not? Because there's a lot of potential for Sora to be a very great character, and Smash Bros. A very great fighter, because everyone's pretty much come up with their moves list at this point, their final smashes for him, their special attacks, everything for that. Everyone wants it. But whenever I talk about it here on YouTube, I always get like 10 different comments talking about like, oh, Sora can't be in Smash Brothers, you know, he's owned by Disney, and Disney wouldn't want him to be in Smash Brothers. They wouldn't want him fighting other people and stuff like that, and all this different stuff, long tirade about how he can't be in Smash Brothers. And I may have mentioned that in my first video. I may have thought that originally in that first video I made on Sora for Smash like a long time ago, but I started recently thinking about it again because, you know, I made a video kind of parodying a Smash reveal for Sora, and you know, I just thought, is that true? Is that argument valid? Is that something that was really going on? So I decided to do a little bit of research over these past couple days, seeing if that argument is true, seeing who really owns Sora, Disney or Square Enix, and I found something. I think I came to a conclusion, and it heavily supports him being in Smash Brothers. So let's get into that. So the first thing I did was try to look up things for Sora himself on the internet and the trademark office and copyright office, stuff like that, because you would want to start there with him individually first. I'm in copyright law right now. I'm taking that class right now, and that's real fun. But I learned in there that you can copyright in a character in a media thing if they are fleshed out enough. So I thought, hey, Sora, I guess you could debate, is fleshed out enough, so maybe they've copyrighted his character or something like that. So I started to look up things in the trademark office. You know, they have a little database of things that they have registered in there. I looked up Sora. Didn't find anything there, at least connected to Square Enix or Disney, I should say. Nothing connected to both of them. A lot of people have registered Sora as a trademark for other different things, like other different companies. So looked through those things, didn't find anything there. I looked up in the copyright office database there too. Couldn't find anything there either. I decided, you know what, maybe I should look in the Japanese trademark office and see if I could find anything on there, since, you know, Square Enix is a primarily Japanese company. And I started looking through there. I had a really hard time getting through there. It was a really hard thing to do. I gave up at some point, but at that point, I really couldn't find anything connecting Sora to anything. I was kind of stumped, like, if they didn't individually trademark Sora, I guess they'd have to just search under the general IP of Kingdom Hearts, because if that's owned by Disney or Square Enix, I guess that would mean they own the characters inside it as well. So I went back to the trademark database thing, which anyone can go to. You can search up anything on there if you want to. I looked up Kingdom Hearts on there, and a lot of different sources came up, but then I went to the one that I thought was right and go down to the bottom, and it says it's owned by Disney Enterprises Inc. So I guess you could say yes, Sora is owned by Disney. You're right on that part. I guess since they do own the trademark and I guess the copyright as well, since it is kind of a joint work between Square Enix and Disney, I guess they have the right of first refusal since it has Disney IPs in it. I guess they own Sora then. Since knowing now that, yes, Disney does own Sora, that got me thinking, well, where does this notion that they will refuse him to be in Smash Brothers come from? Because it obviously has to come from somewhere. So I started looking through the comments of people saying it and stuff like that, and the thing that I kind of got from it is that there is a game called Dissidia Final Fantasy. It's pretty much a fighting game for Final Fantasy characters where there's this big open environment where you're fighting all these different characters and stuff like that. It's pretty much a fighting game on steroids, you could say. It originally, during its first stages of development, was supposed to be a Kingdom Hearts fighting game where a bunch of the characters in there, I guess including the Disney characters too, would be fighting. I looked through that, and it seemed like from what people were saying in their comments, like Disney said no to doing that because of Disney characters fighting each other in there. But from when I looked at the source of where he said that, Tetsuya Nomura himself said this in an interview, he said that he himself didn't want to do it because of the Disney characters fighting and stuff like that. Here's the exact quote of what he said. "We made a game where characters from various FF games got together to battle Dissidia, but that was a project we were originally thinking of using KH for. However, deciding it would be a bad idea to make Disney characters fight each other, it never materialized for KH and ended up shifting to Final Fantasy. Even this time, we thought that it would be difficult to bring out Disney characters and have them fight each other in multiplayer. It was himself that chose not to do it. I guess he never took it to the higher ups of Disney to get approval from it, so who knows if they would have approved it. But he seems like he's saying, oh, Disney characters, so they obviously would have refused it. Which then directs me over to a video that HMK made about a year ago discussing this exact same topic, and he gives a little bit more clarification because he actually talked to a Disney Japan executive that's like actually legit works over there, and he kind of gave him an answer on what it would mean for Sora to be in Smash Brothers, who owns them, stuff like that, and what did they think about it. He pretty much said that, you know, it is a Disney character. Sora is a Disney property. You know, they own him. They have the right to do whatever with him and stuff like that. But they always go to Nomura first before they do anything with him because he knows that's his baby. And they wouldn't want to do anything with him that he would not approve of. So they go through Square Enix to approve all the decisions that they do with Sora. So yes, they do own him, but Square Enix has the right to say what they do and do not do with him. But lastly, he said that if Nintendo ever wanted to do something like that, you know, they would have to approach them first if they wanted Sora in Smash Bros. Since they do own him. They'd be up for that. They'd be up for that challenge, which brings me back to the original quote that I was talking about a couple minutes ago, where Nomura was actually talking about how that original KH concept ultimately influenced the multiplayer of Days, that multiplayer in there, where he says that these guys were still connected to Disney, but we thought it would be okay because they were original KH characters. So, boom! It doesn't matter. That debunks the entire notion that he can't be in Smash Bros. Because of Disney. He says it right here. They're original KH characters, so they felt like they could do whatever they want with it, and they ultimately did end up doing it. You know, the multiplayer that was in 350 about 2 days did use the Organization 13 characters, and yeah, that argument's kind of invalid now because he says it right here. It's original KH characters, so it doesn't really matter that much. So yes, Sora can be in Smash Brothers. That argument is not really true. He just says it right there. So I just wanted to make this video, just kind of debunk that for you guys. Like, yes, of course Sora can be in Smash Brothers. Obviously there's some legal stuff behind that, and I know Disney is kind of like this, ooh, peachy clean kind of company. You know, they're a very kid-friendly thing. But Sora is fighting already in freaking the base Kingdom Hearts games. That's the main gameplay mechanic of the thing. He is fighting heartless monsters. I mean, I guess you could say it's okay because they're heartless monsters, but he sometimes fights people too, like with Sephiroth and the bosses and different stuff like that. He's fighting individual Disney characters in the games, you know, when they're bosses and stuff like that. You know, this just makes me more giddy for Sora being in Smash Brothers, because, you know, this just ultimately says, like, yes, Sora can be in Smash Brothers. He is definitely a possibility. I guess you'd have to go through some legal stuff, but it's okay. That's what happens with every character. You know, they can't just get third-party characters outside Nintendo easily. You know, they just don't go up there saying, hey, can we have this? And they'd be like, okay, you have to go through some legal stuff as well. So obviously that was going to happen no matter what. I just hope to God that they ultimately put him in there, because yes, he should be in there. He's an awesome character. He could have an awesome moveset. He could have all this awesome stuff if they just let him in there, man. And also, like I mentioned in the beginning of this video, fans also really want him in there too because of his potential as a fighter. You know, the polls are putting him all at the top of their list. The posts that are being made on Reddit, Twitter, stuff like that. I'm pretty sure Nintendo is aware of that stuff, and they're looking at it and saying, hey, maybe we should be doing this. I'm pretty sure they have all the characters decided at this point, the DLC characters, so if they haven't chosen them yet, it may be too late for that. But who knows? They may be putting him in there right now. He may be the next character revealed. Who knows? Because, you know, he's a popular character right now. Kingdom Hearts 3 just came out, and also, again, fans really want it. I'm sure Nintendo sees that, and they may be considering him for that reason. I'm so excited, though. I'm so excited to see if he's actually in there. We'll see ultimately when it comes to E3 or when the rest of the 4 extra fighters are going to be announced. Hopefully that will be cool. And, you know, since Joker's in there, you know, that I think, since it just makes me feel like since Joker's in there, Sora must be in there as well. There's something about it. So yeah, that's all I want to talk about with you guys in this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Tell me down in the comments below what you think about this. Are you excited to see if Sora's in Smash Bros or not? Would you like him? Would you not like him to be in there? Tell me down in the comments below what you think about that in general. Also, make sure to subscribe, like this video, and follow me on Twitter, because that'd be really awesome if you did. This has been K Central, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.